Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Lowell Park here in Kettle, Massachusetts, where the Kettle Kettleers face off against the Yarmouth Dentist Red Sox. I'm Sean Ellertson, that's Matt McHugh, and this is pre-game Kettle Talk. Now, Matt, let's go back to last night's game and focus on the bullpen, which has really been a story. Jason Bills only goes 4 2/3 innings, but the bullpen really picked him up.
Well, yeah, the biggest performance to me came from Stephen Schock, the new guy. He just got here on Monday. He won the championship in the Cal Ripken League on Sunday. He drives out here Monday. He's on the mound on Tuesday, and he gave 3 great innings at a time where this team just needs more arms, and he's a quality arm, too. He did not give up a single earned run in the Cal Ripken League all year, so a great summer for him there. He's trying to continue that here, bring some championship experience, which could be pretty big come playoff time.
And of course, the offense was another story, obviously in a win, an 8-6 win, but it was the clutch performances that we talked about in yesterday's pregame that came to fruition.
Yeah, the clutch performances, I think the biggest one was Michael Toglia's grand slam, proved to be the difference in the ball game, come through with runners on base there, and then Zach Cohen, a little bit more of a sleeper good day, but he had 2 RBI singles that both came with 2 strikes. He came through in a big time there, and both of those guys were key contributors to last night's win.
Yeah, and Toglia's grand slam coming off a grand slam in the top half of the inning by Jameson Hanna of Bourne. And for more on last night's game and a preview of tonight's game, let's go to Biernat, who's standing with head coach Mike Roberts.
Thanks, Sean. Now, Coach, as we play the last regular season game here at home tonight, I know I've talked to you a lot about how much you enjoy playing at Lowell Field. Can you talk about how rewarding it's been to play so well in front of these fans all season?
It's extremely rewarding. As we talked about the other night, when I see the stands start to fill up, you feel the energy with our fans. And our fans are maybe the only ones in the league that really consistently, you hear volume from them. They want to cheer and pull for the hometown team. So I get a lot of energy from it. I know the players do as well. And when you look at the ambiance here at Lowell Park and this gorgeous facility, it's just a fun place to play. And so we're in the final of those 22 home dates regular season, and even though we're looking forward to the playoffs, I honestly I miss all those home games and know that I got to wait another year before we can do it again.
We saw our newest Kettleer, Stephen Schock, come in last night and pitch 3 scoreless games. How big of a weapon is he going to be heading into this postseason, as no team has seen him before?
Well, that's a very good question, is how effective will he be with teams that have not seen him. You know, of course, we're playing in our division, the Western Division, just to open up, and it could be Bourne, so they would have seen him. But again, a subby just needs to throw strikes, like probably better than overhand pitchers. If they throw strikes and let the ball sink, and they have a reasonable breaking ball, they're pretty successful for once through the order, which is what Stephen did last night. So we're excited to have him. We do think he can make some impact for us and look forward to getting him out there again soon.
As I'm sure you're aware of, you guys have struggled with wild pitches all season. However, we have not seen any wild pitches in the last 2 games. Have you been working hard with your pitchers and catchers to kind of improve in this department?
Well, we've discussed where to pitch. We really haven't pinpointed and talked about the wild pitches, pass balls, and I keep a count on how many of those runners score when that happens, and I want to address how many of those, but probably more than we should have had this season. But we did talk about where we want to pitch and do a better job of it, concentrate more, and I think if we do that, it helps our catchers out as well. So it's when you eliminate the pass balls or the wild pitches, then it does help you to obviously keep ball games much closer.
And looking into tonight's game, we are playing YD, a team that we have not played in over a month, but we will be closing the season playing them twice. What's something to look for in this YD team, as they've played very well all season?
Oh, well, Coach Pickler does a fantastic job. We enjoy it. We were just standing over there talking some details of baseball a minute ago, and honestly, I wasn't sure that we were still in the same league. We hadn't played them in so long. But they've done a fantastic job. As people know, they've won the Cape League 3 consecutive years. The last team to win it besides them was us. And we'd like to break that streak. But he's just a great teacher. I think the guys enjoy playing for him because they know he really understands how to teach the game. So they're always a quality team. They do the little things well, and we're looking forward to playing them both today at home and tomorrow at their place.
Well, thank you, Coach. Looking forward to tonight's game.
All right, great.
Back to you guys.
Thank you, Kara. Now moving to tonight's game, Mitch Stallings is on the mound for the Kettleers. We haven't seen this YD team in a month. What can we expect out of them tonight?
Well, yeah, it's kind of a funny quirk in the scheduling that YD, not a game against them all month, and then another game against them tomorrow on the road to round out the season. But this is a very good team. This is one of the best teams in the league, battling with Orleans for the top spot in the East. And Mitch Stallings, a new arm, a relatively new arm for the Kettleers, got here a few weeks ago. And he's a very experienced guy, the crafty lefty. He's not going to overpower guys with his stuff, but just induce some weak contact to give him 4 or 5 solid innings and could put up a pretty quality start today.
We'll see what Stallings can do. And for the offense for Stallings, it's pretty much the same lineup. The only change is that John Martellini is doing the catching tonight and batting ninth. Can we expect a repeat performance out of this offense?
No, that's what the old saying is. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's what Coach Roberts is doing with his lineup today. A lot of production yesterday. They scored 8 runs. Big grand slam from Michael Toglia. It's a very deep lineup. And yeah, like you said, the only change in the catching, I expect that maybe even to go back tomorrow just to keep both guys fresh for the playoffs. So I think they have a pretty good groove with the offense right now. And, you know, hitting is contagious. When one guy starts going, the rest of the lineup starts going as well. And hopefully that carries over into today's game.
Now let's go down to Biernat, who's standing with Michael Toglia.
Thanks, Sean. Now, Michael, you hit Kettuit's first grand slam in yesterday's game. And so I'd like to know, which one was more memorable for you, yesterday's home run or the home run that you hit against Hyannis to tie it in the ninth a few games ago?
Probably the one against Hyannis, because I was in a bigger situation and it helped the team more, I think, and bottom of the ninth is about as cool as it gets. So.
And you are a switch hitter, but each of your 5 home runs and any RBI you've had has come from the left side of the plate. Would you say that you have more power on the left side?
I actually say no. I think because I'm naturally right-handed, so I still think I have more raw power right-handed, but I just hit so much more left-handed that it appears more.
And I don't know if you do know this, but you are the youngest player in the entire Cape League. How does it feel to have had such an impact on this league as you're just 18 years old?
I mean, it feels good, but I don't think it makes that much of a difference anymore. It matters when you're younger, but pretty soon age just is a number, and so now it's just time to compete.
And I've noticed after almost every game, you have a crowd of young kids around you wanting to talk to you, wanting to get some autographs. How does it feel to have become kind of a fan favorite out here?
That's probably one of the best parts. Those are the things that you take away with you after experiences like this. The kids and all the fans and stuff that want your autographs, like that's the stuff that makes it memorable.
And we did have Host Family Appreciation Day the other day, and I noticed that you looked pretty close with your host family. Can you kind of talk about how the experience has been coming in here and living with a family?
It's been awesome. My host family is great. They have 3 kids, and they all love me. They got this small kid, Harry Clark, who's basically runs the town, and he's a fan favorite too.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Michael, and good luck today.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
Thank you, Kara, again, and now I'm here with Matt Liberman, another beat reporter for the Kettleers, who's going to give us his X factor and key to the game. And I'm assuming we're sticking with the offense for your X factor.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. I'm gonna go with Thomas Dillard. He's hitting 5th tonight. Over the last 3 days, has a hit in each game, and if you look at the last week, he's seeing the ball really, really well, making hard contact in every game. Hit a home run the other night. He's continuing to get doubles, singles, driving in runs. He hasn't struck out in the last 4 games either. And so looking at him and his production of late, it's a huge turnaround from him, where earlier in the season he was striking out pretty much every other at bat. Right now, seeing the ball incredibly well. And if you look at the middle of that lineup and into the bottom of the lineup, you have Michael Toglia, you have Dillard, you have Chandler Avant, Luke Alexander, and Zach Cohn, all of whom over the last 4 or 5 games have been playing really well, and it all stems, I think, from Thomas Dillard and his production that he's been able to give them out of the 5 spot. Because when you look at the lineup, like Matt said earlier, hitting is contagious. When Toglia gets on and Dillard is able to continue that, it just, 1, it affects the pitchers, but 2, it affects the offense, because you go up, you know that the pitcher isn't going to throw you the same pitches that he threw to Dillard. He's going to try to work around that because he saw that it didn't succeed before, and that leads to just great offense from your future hitters.
And also, Thomas Dillard has made quite an impact in left field, something we haven't seen from him all year long, but these last couple of games he has been out there in the outfield. Now, for your key to the game, I suppose, I'm assuming it's still the offense tonight.
Yeah, it's going to have to be. It's something that all the players and coaches talked about of late, and it's swinging early. When you're able to swing early, it's something that they struggled with earlier in the season. They were swinging away at breaking balls, and they weren't succeeding with it. But right now, with the eyes that they have and the plate discipline that they have, and swinging early at good strikes, and pitches on the corners is something that they've been able to hit really well of late. If they can swing early, if they can put a jump out on these pitchers, it's going to have a huge impact, because when you look at YD, this is a powerful lineup. They have the second most runs in the league right now, and they can hit 1 through 9. So Kettle needs to be able to match that. Otherwise, we might see Brett Kinnaman out of the bullpen tonight. He is the only lefty reliever tonight.
It sounds like it could be quite a shootout tonight at Lowell Park. First pitch at 5 p.m. For Biernat, Matt McHugh, Matt Liberman, I am Sean Ellertson. Thank you for watching Pregame Kettle Talk.